Alright, so today we're going to be looking at the International Loadstar 1700 JBE by JBoosted modding, or JBoost is the modder, I should say. It costs 40,500 compared to 39,400 for the vanilla International Loadstar. So let's buy it. And let's take a look at the cool options that this has on it. So for engines, we have the standard, then we have the 8V 2600 TTA, and then we have the 2700T. Now, one thing I should say is between the 2300 and the 2600, I see no difference. Like, they're both S+, they're both A, they're both B+ in fuel economy, but with the 2700T, that just goes up 1 in durability, so, or 1? No, it's actually A+, so we'll definitely put that one in there. Gearbox, we have the high range, the JBE transmission, and the off-road. We're definitely going to put the JBE transmission in there. For suspension, we have the active, the stock, raised, and the flex suspension. Now, the flex suspension is good for if you're going to have fun with it. Apparently it says it's not recommended for mini cranes or heavy loads. So we'll put the JBE raised on. And I should tell you guys that if you put the active on, the active is the one that you can raise up manually, but it will not accept the larger tires. So for example, if I just equip that and I go down to the tires, it'll only take up to a 43-inch tire. It won't take anything larger than that. My guess is because the suspension is lowered at the moment. And if you lower the suspension with the bigger tires, you probably won't be able to lower it, so that's why. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to put the raised suspension on. And let me see, the flex suspension. Okay, so this flex suspension isn't any higher. Really, it's just flex. Okay guys, so now I'm going to put the tires on and I'll see you after I do that, because that takes forever. Alright, so I had to go all the way down to the chain because we're on the snow map, and if you're wondering why I choose the snow map a lot, it's because the snow map has mud and snow on it, and those are pretty much the two things that I really want to test to see how these trucks perform in the snow and the mud. I mean, obviously this isn't a rock crawler. I could test it for that, but I'm really more interested to see how the vehicle goes through the snow and the mud. So anyway, what we're going to do is we want the 47-inch PT29 throttle chain single. I didn't want to go with anything too crazy for this truck. To test it this time, I didn't really want to go with like the 55-inch tires on it. So I think we're going to go with that for now. So the winch, again, this is a JBE mod, so it has the autonomous scout, but it also has the autonomous plus, so we're going to put that on it. Spare wheel, we have the supply wheel and that, but I don't think we're going to go with either of that because I want the box on it. So tall front facing, and for frame add-ons they have actually quite a bit. So they have the flatbed, the small sideboard bed, the crane, in-cab supplies, which is always a good thing, so let's do that. Small roof rack, pickup bed, which that's actually the Ford F750. I don't know why they like putting that bed on so many of these trucks. Anyway, we have the custom pickup bed, the maintainer frame add-on, the metal detector, another loading crane, yet another loading crane, the pickup chassis add-on, service cab, small fuel carrier. And we're going to go with the pickup chassis add-on, which this has 200 points of repair parts, 3 spare wheels, and 565 liters of fuel. Okay, so now to the visual stuff. And this is going to take off, I don't know why, but it always does this. Whatever you have on the back, when you go to the bumpers, it takes that off. So we're going to use the toe loops. Front side thresholds, yes. Rooftop, round beacon, nope. Flasher bar, red and blue flasher bar, yes. Fog lights, yes. No beacons, we don't like beacons. I don't like beacons anyway. Savior, so that is actually pretty cool. I do like that. But you have that, we have the slanted toe loops, lattice, flat bumper with 2 lights, hinged, lattice, a different lattice, the Hunter, which I like that too, that's really cool, trapezium, stock, heavy duty pipe, angled, Defender, hinged, flat bumper, weighted bumper with D-rings, and you can actually see it starting to squat in the front, so that's definitely weighted, flat bumper, hinged pipe. I'm not crazy about anyone like that hangs down that low. So what I think we'll do, I like the Hunter. Let's put the Hunter on. Yeah, see, I like that because that doesn't hang too low either. Put that on. And miscellaneous. Angle with beacons. No beacon. I think we'll go with that one. Do that. Nah. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do there. Exhaust, we have the heat shield. Twin exhaust dumps, which you can see right there. They come down the chassis. And the side exit, which is just a single pipe right there. So we'll go with the heat shield. The rims, you only get one option, that's it. Paints, this is where it gets interesting. That paint job is awesome, I like that a lot. And you also have the regular standard in-game paints. And since this is a JBE truck, I'm sure you'll get the all the cool two-tones. I know that black and green must be there. It is right there. There's that black and green. So again, he gives you a ton of color options. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with that custom paint job. That's what I like the most. If anybody from Snowrunner dev team ever watches my videos, please do something about the menu. It's so laggy. Alright, so we'll do that. And now we need to go back and put the frame add-on back on. And there she is. So let's go test it out, shall we? Oh, and it's dark. So what we're gonna do is that's actually okay. Let's start it up. Now you can see right away that it's got like LED lights right over the running boards on both sides. Let's hit the lights. You know, nice bright lights. And I thought they said in the description on the browser that there were blue LEDs somewhere. That maybe was a different add-on, because I'm not seeing any. So let's take a look at the interior. Well, kind of hard to see in the dark, but let's see here. Do the gauges work? Yeah, all the gauges seem to work. Very cool. Alright, so I'm going to switch it to day quick. There we are. And let's take this for a test. Okay, this is mud test 1. So we're going to get it up to speed, tapping the L1 button to try to get it going as fast as possible. Now, this is the track with the thinnest mud on here. As you can see, we're kicking up a lot of mud. So let's put it in low plus and see what happens. Okay, so it's struggling. It's struggling, to say the least. Not much better in regular low. So this is like the easiest mud track on the map. This mud isn't that deep. It's not that thick, and it's definitely struggling. It's doing it though. It's doing it. So I'm not impressed, and I'm not unimpressed. But now we're getting to the part of the track where you're kind of getting out of the mud. So literally right next door to this one is their second mud test. And again, I'm going to try to get up to speed. It's a good looking truck though. I do like the way the mod looks. I like the paint job and everything on it. This truck does look good with the bigger tires. So I managed to get in 5th, and again, kicking up a lot of mud, and we are stopped. Ooh. So this is concerning. It doesn't really want to move too much. In low minus, she's starting to move. Now, honestly, this makes me not even want to tackle that mud course over there, because that's really thick and really deep mud. So if it's struggling this much here, there's no way in hell it's going to get through that. Yeah, she's struggling big time. She really doesn't want to move too fast. Alright guys, so let me try to get out of here, and I'll meet you when I do. Well, as you can see, we had to go up over the side. We had to get out of that thick mud. There's no way it was going to do it. So in my eyes, that's kind of a fail. So now all we have to do is check out how this thing handles the snow. Again, I wanted to try to hit the snow going fast, but it kind of didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so. But in the snow, we're pretty much having the same issues that we had in the mud. It's bogging it right down, and as you can see, the bumper's clear. It's not plowing the snow. It just doesn't want to do it. So this has me thinking about tire options. What would happen if I put on different tires? Do tires matter that much? Now, I do know with the JBE mods, it seems like the quasi tires are just simply OP. They're like really good all-around tires. So what I really think I'm going to do is once I get this through this snow, I think I'm going to bring this back to the garage, and I think I'm going to try this course again with the quasi tires on and see if that makes any bit of difference. Because with these tires and this suspension, you know, it's slow going, but now I'm really curious as to what different tires would do in the same situation. Because again, this is struggling with this test, so it kind of makes me not want to try the thicker snow over there. I mean, if it's having this much of a hard time getting through this snow, I don't imagine it's going to go through that snow any easier. So, well, we're finally getting out of this snow here, and I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. When I get out of here, I'm going to go back to the garage, and I'm going to put different tires on this, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do the course again. We're going to take it through all the mud and the snow and see if it does any different with different tires on. So, I will see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so now we have the question, do tires make a difference? So what we did was we changed to the JBE flex suspension, whereas before we had on the JBE raised. And we switched the old tires out for the 55-inch quasi double-studded mud tires. Now I would say with the JBE mods, the quasi tires are like the OP tire that you can put on. So now we've seen how this performed in the mud and in the snow with the other tires that we had on. So now let's take it out and see how it performs with these tires. Alright, so the first test is going to be the thin mud test, we'll say. The first track here has the thinnest mud, so let's try this. So we're going to start, hit the L1, get this thing moving along here. Okay, so now we hit the mud, and it's slowing us down. We're still moving though, so let's put it in low. And right there, you see a huge difference. With these tires on, you put this in low, and it is just walking right out of this mud, no problem at all. And before, you could see the tires that we had on, it was struggling in this mud, and this isn't that thick mud. So test 1 is a definite success. Alright, so test 2 is we're going to go right next door here, and we're going to try this a little bit deeper mud. And again, we're going to hit L1 to get some speed going. Whoops. Hit that a little sideways. I didn't like that, but oh well. So again, we're in auto. And it's bogging down pretty much like it did over there. So let's put it in low. And again, it's just pulling it right out. I mean, with these tires on, low is actually doing what low should do. Like, it doesn't just feel like the truck is driving slower. It actually feels like it's got more torque to it. So, just for the hell of it, if we put it in low minus, it's still moving along pretty good. And in low plus, yeah, so it still seems like low is the best. It moves on the best. All right, test 2, success. All right, so test 3 is the thick mud over here, and we can actually get a pretty decent run to start this one. So let's hit it. Okay, we're up to 5th gear. No, back down to 4th. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this one is definitely giving us an issue. But even in auto, we're still moving. So let's put it in low and see what it does in this mud. And again, you can clearly see when I put it in low, it starts moving along a lot better. So again, if I put it in low plus, and back to low. Low definitely seems to be the way to go with this truck, with this transmission. And this is the JBE transmission in it. I mean, as you can see, even in this thick mud, we're moving along pretty good. So I'm definitely going to call this a success as well. So after we get out of here, the only other thing we'll check out is how it does in the snow. And I'm going to go ahead and say that if it handles the mud this good, it should handle the snow pretty good as well. Let's see if we can start getting out of here yet. Pretty soon. There we go. All right, guys, let's go over to the snow. Okay, first snow test. Again, we're in auto, so I don't expect too much. And let's put it in low. And again, it starts to pull right away. And you go through it really well. Let's kind of get out of these tracks, because I don't really feel that in this game it matters, because it doesn't seem like there's compaction in the snow. But as you can see, even in the fresh snow, it is just pulling right through, no problem. What a champ. Alright, so the next test is right next door. Now this is the heavier stuff. Again. And again in auto. And honestly, it's moving. it's not doing horribly with these tires. It almost looks like that snow kind of melted in it. It's slush in those tracks. But again, let's put it in low. And right there, instantly you put it in that low and you literally feel that torque kick in, and it starts pulling through that really heavy snow a lot easier. And I should say that the suspension that I changed to, it isn't that higher than the race suspension anyway. It's just a flexi suspension. I mean, this is definitely just all tire. Even this in low gear though, it goes through the heaviest snow still pretty slowly, but not bad at all. I mean, it's moving. It's not really crawling as slow as some of the other vehicles. So for my book, I would say this test is also successful. It got through all of the mud tracks. It got through both snow tracks without bogging down and without stopping. I mean, it's bogged down, don't get me wrong, but it's not stopping. And we should be getting out of this stuff pretty soon. I know on this track here, the heavy snow is like all the way to the end. Okay, now I think we're out of it. Alright guys, so that's the new Loadstar. And I'm really enjoying it a lot. It's a really great truck. And I I want to show you guys one more thing. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so this thing is just plain fun now. I mean, as you can see, it is really fast. And let's just bring it through this. Whoa, whoa. Let's bring it through this little obstacle course here really quick. You can just have so much fun with this truck now. Just tap that L1. I mean, yeah, just racing around this little course is so fun. We stayed right in fifth all the way through that water. Let's go over these pipes here. You can see once you get going, you can go over them pretty fast. Alright guys, so that is the International Loadstar JBE. And let's put this thing in the high gear. And, oh, we're gonna lose it. Nope. I just wanted to show you guys really quick how fast you can lose this thing on the ice. Come on, get in 6th gear. Okay, we're gonna put it in high. Whoa. And it's right back on its wheels again. So in my opinion, this is by far the most fun mod from J Booster yet. Whoa! Oh, and we're back. But yeah, guys, that's the International Loadstar 1700 JBE. Great little mod. Tires definitely make a difference, and the tires I have in this right now are definitely OP. But oh, gotta take it out of high. But they're so much fun to use, and if you're looking for something to get you out of that thick mud, these are definitely the tires to try. So yeah, if you like the mod, make sure you thumbs up in the mod hub, or the mod browser. I keep calling it the mod hub. And let them know that you like it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And we'll see you next time. I think I'll have one more go around.